नहीं आया।
Other participants, I request you to mute yourself so that we can avoid disturbances. Please cooperate.
Nutana, I think we can start. It is already 6:30.
Yes, ma'am. A very good evening to all the participants present here. I once again amusingly invite you all to this webinar. A workshop on health and wellness has been organized by a college, Padmashri Institute of Management and Sciences, Bengaluru. Now, I take this time to introduce the resource person for this session, Professor Padmashri Murthy ma'am. She is currently working as a mentor at BASC, Base Educational Services, Sadhana PU College, Uttarahalli, Bengaluru. She worked as a full-time coordinator at Shruti Ventures Cultural Activity Center and was involved in guiding 8th Standard 2 PUC students academically. She has completed her MS in Counseling and Physiotherapy and also MA in Kannada from Kuvempu University. She has published articles in Kannada daily newspapers like Vijayvani, Prajavani, in the role of women, mental health, yoga, counseling. She has done translation work from English, Hindi to Kannada. She has conducted workshops on personality development, life skills, counseling for women, teenagers, senior citizens, and children. She has published her papers in reputed journals. Now, I request Padmashri ma'am to kindly present her talk on mental illness. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Nutana.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
So today it is divided into two sessions. In the beginning, I'll be speaking about the causes for the stress. So, stress is a part and parcel of life. Many situations we come across can fall under the category of stress, like preparing for the examination, or when you are going for a date for the first time, or joining the new job, or first day in your in-laws' house. All these things can create stress. Your stress level will differ based on your personality and how you respond to the situation. Some people will take everything very easily, like work stresses, life stresses. They're just like smaller humps on the road. But for some people, it is very burdening. So sometimes the stress comes from inside rather than outside. You can stress yourself out of worrying about things. All of these factors can lead to stress. People will give novel ideas like how to come out of the stress. It is a common phenomenon, but actually it creates havoc in daily life. It can cause physical and mental illness, which leads to chronic depression also. If we come to know the causes of stress properly, then we can think of the solutions and also the tools to deal with or to handle the stress. Situations that are triggering stress. So it can be categorized as social stressors, psychological stressors, and also physiological stressors. As we come across these, when the situation or trigger causing stress is called stressors. Let us take first the social stressors, workplace problems. All of us are working outside. As we are all facing the situation of COVID, I'll take many examples from COVID itself. Because of cost reduction and manpower reduction, employees are facing a lot of problems. Many have lost the jobs, and because of manpower reduction, so many responsibilities are dumped on one person in the institution or in the industry. And some people are not happy with their job because of the responsibilities they were taking earlier. Some other responsibilities are also dumped on them because of manpower reduction. Maybe an employee is hired for one position, but because of the situation, he has to manage the other positions also, other situations also. Okay, do I need to see the messages now? No, not required. Okay.
Not required, ma'am.
No,
Okay.
ma'am, we will be handling. You can go ahead. We will
Okay,
control.
fine. Okay. Sometimes because of this cost reduction and all, people are given projects which are to be managed within the limit of the financial things, and also they have to work more number of hours. Prolonged working hours are also creating problems in workplace for them. And for example, if a person knows driving, if he is asked to drive a bulldozer, then it is very difficult for him to handle the situation. It is very dangerous also. People are facing such situations now, and they are facing the harassment in work places. Like if you are not completing the project within this time limit, then you will be asked to go. Or anyway, we are reducing manpower, then you have to resign or your increment will be cut. These things are creating stress among employees. And finally, the loss of job. Many people have lost their jobs also, because of which they are finding it difficult to manage the relationship. Second one, the relationship problems. When they are facing problems in workplaces, their relationship also into some fans. They are not finding time to talk to their spouses at home. They're not eating together, and they have no time to play with their children, and they are feeling alone. Even many people are working from home, and husband and wife, both of them are working from home, and they are together in the same house. Still, they are not finding time to talk to each other. They will be always on the laptop or with the meetings, and because of which domestic violence is also increased. This we are seeing through medias, and many researchers are going on about this also. Like because of this COVID situation, domestic violence is being increased. And also the financial problem. The salary is being reduced in the office, in many workplaces, and parents are unable to pay the fees of children in school, and children are called by the management, and they are told to go home, or they are told to bring the fees as early as possible. And couples are unable to pay the bills of the family. Along with this, some traumatic events like death of the loved ones because of this COVID situation. When second wave struck or it hit the world, many people lost their lives. And very close people, very near and dear, or lost their breath. And also some, even in our institution, they told us not to wear the valuable things like gold or gold ornaments or watch or anything like that. Many people have lost their job, and in between, if there is a very quiet road, there is a possibility of robbery. And some people, my colleagues, they have faced this situation. So it was strongly told us like not to wear valuable ornaments on yourself. And also the traumatic events like some people, they are hospitalized due to COVID, and respiratory problems would have happened, and they are unable to pay the fees of the bill of the hospital. And many children, they have undergone the psychological traumas also in this situation. So second one is psychological stressors. The fear. When we regularly hear about COVID and its impact on people, and many deaths have happened, and variants of COVID on the news, it can cause you to feel stressed, especially because you feel like you have no control over those events. The media would have made you feel, if you are I mean, it makes you feel like so many things are happening around you, which you have not witnessed directly through news, through media, through WhatsApp or Facebook or YouTube. When you come to know about so many deaths or so many painful activities which are going around the world, you feel stressful. These are, and also the uncertainty. What happens if I'm hospitalized, or if I'm not recovered, or if what happens to my family, if I'm unable to meet the expenses of the hospital. All these things will create that uncertainty also. And some people are there, like due to this COVID, if they are hospitalized, they believe like I have the insurance and I have my own savings. Anyway, I'll come out of it. There is no worry about it. And also I have some social networking. My friends are there, my relatives are there, they will help. But some people, they, because of their attitude, this attitude will definitely not allow them to undergo these stresses. But if they believe, I don't have anybody, if anything happens, what happens to my family, what happens to my children, such will create a lot of stress among people. And also mood swings. It's like a roller coaster. If you are in a party, birthday party, and you are laughing, dancing, every good things are going on, you are very happy. But suddenly you feel like crying. Suddenly you feel like lonely. You're alone, and you feel low, and you want to come out of that party. These mood swings also because of this stress. And a sudden change, any major change in your life, maybe it is a happy one or the negative one. Happy events like wedding or your promotion. So the happy events like wedding, if I take, you have to get adjusted with the newly married one, and your spouse has to get adjusted with you, and you have to manage the relations or relatives also. So many other responsibilities will come on your head, and you don't know completely, you have not understood the other person completely. This change also, this happy change also will create stress. And the unpleasant ones, like divorce or domestic violence, and couples, they don't find time to talk to each other, and financial problems or death of the family member. These are all the sources which could cause stress among people. And also expectations. I have to do only good things. Expectations from myself or from other people. They have to behave according to my expectations. They are not good, they are not bad. We will go into judgmental mode. That also creates lots of stress. And physiological stressors. Major illness like heart attack, respiratory problem, if you are hospitalized and in ICU, if you are in ICU, lack of sleep and poor nutrition. Lack of sleep will create lot of other problems. You will not be active, you are unable to mingle with people, you will not be in a good mood to talk to anybody. And weight also will be gained during this COVID, because staying at home and sitting in front of the system, you cannot go outside. Many people have suffered with this weight gain. And weight loss also, many people have overworked at home by thinking they are not going out and eating continuously, and because of this stress also they have lost weight. And hair loss, this major problem also can be seen with many people. They have lost their hair because of this stress. Who is responsible for all these things? As I told, outside things are also there to create stress, as we discussed, social stressors, and also many other environmental stressors will be there, and financial stressors. Along with all these things, major stressor will be the self one. If I strongly feel I have to be perfect always, whatever I do, if I cut a vegetable, it should be perfectly done. If I present a paper, it should be perfect. If I dress up myself, it has to be perfect. That creates lots of stress. If a small, minute deviation also cannot be accepted by ourselves, this is from us. And also, we don't accept the other people as they are. Like, my friend should wear this dress on this day, or she would have spoken like this, she would have brought a gift on my birthday. She has not done this. So our expectations from others also create lots of stress. And everything should happen according to my wish. If I'm preparing for to throw a party, then the caterer should come on this time, the taste of all the dishes should be like this, and the people, whoever comes, they all should greet me like this, they all should pamper me, and I have to feel like a star or a king or a queen. All these things will create stress. Stress hormones. When we are under stress, our body responds to it by trying to restore the body's internal state of balance, known as homeostasis. This is accomplished by the release of stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. Adrenaline increases your heart rate and elevates your blood pressure and boosts energy supplies also. And cortisol, the primary stress hormone, increases sugars, that is glucose in the bloodstream, enhances your brain's use of glucose. It increases the glucose usage from your brain and increases the availability of substances that repair the tissues. These will provide this cortisol and adrenaline. This will provide instant energy to act either by escaping or confronting or hiding from the sources of the stress. Once the trigger of the stress is over or no longer present, the level of hormones decrease and the body resumes to normal condition. It is in the normal situation. Similarly, our brains use a mechanism called neuroplasticity to change physically or functionally to adapt or stressful situations. The brain forms a new neural pathways in response to the learning or to the experience of stress or injury. So this brain, the neural pathway is a bundle of neurons that connects the different parts of the brain to each other. With new formations, the brain is constantly learning new ways to adapt stress with time. So, the continuous stress, this leads to many diseases. The cardiovascular disease, including heart disease, many people will undergo heart attack also. Many have hospitalized because of this stress. It is really surprising. Really, is it going to happen because of this? Only it looks like it's a very simple one. Everybody will undergo stress because of the day-to-day activities. Someone will get stressed up due in the traffic, or if they don't get the parking lot, or if the milk person doesn't arrive on time, they really gets stressed up. So because of all these small things, it piles up and it leads to the major diseases, including heart attack and high blood pressure also. Many people are facing this high blood pressure because of the stress. As I told, the physiological issues or the psychological issues, even the social issues are causing high blood pressure. And the palpitations will be increasing. And some people are facing the stroke also. They have to lie down on the bed for years together, and they have to they will be searching for many Ayurvedic and allopathic treatments for all these things, but they will not understand the cause or the reason for all these major issues. And obesity and other eating disorders. Some people, due to stress, even I have seen one of my friends, because of her stress, she used to eat a lot of chocolates, because of which she gained a lot of weight, and it led her to depression also. Because of this, menstrual problems also will be increasing. Our menstrual cycle can arrive early, or sometimes it will be very late, or too much cramps or too much of discharge will create havoc in working women particularly. And suddenly headache because of this stress, it starts aching. One side of your head will be continuously under pain, and it is really people will not understand why this has happened and what is it happening. Suddenly it will be increasing and suddenly it drops down, and they will be continuously trying a lot of medicines also. And many people are facing this stomach upset because of this stress and bowel movement. Recently I met with a many people undergo this stress, and they will get into depression. As I told, bowel movement and headache. Last year, during this second wave, I met a software engineer. She was 23 years old. She was facing this problem. Since 1 year, she was at home, and she was attending all the meetings. She could not meet any of her colleagues, any of her friends also during that time. And she was facing this problem. Whenever the stand-up meeting happens in the early morning, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., she had to rush to washroom suddenly. And even in the afternoon, if she has any meeting, she was very anxious. She was well prepared. She had lot of things to present during the meeting, but still she was facing this problem, and she took Ayurvedic medicines, and she took counseling, and she met a psychotherapist also, but still it is she is facing the same problem even now also. Because of this stress, all these things are happening. She is not, then she tried many things. I'll explain what are the tools we can use for this stress in the second session. And nausea. As I'm a student counselor in a college. I meet students of 14 to 18 years old. Recently, I met a girl who is 17 years old. She just came to me, and she was explaining, I'm not able to make friends. I don't have any friends at all. She is also attending all online classes, and I'm not able to read anything. I'm not able to remember anything. I've not done good in my tests. Actually, she is a above average student. She is scoring 75 to 80%, but still she is feeling like I'm useless. And early morning she feels like vomiting. She is unable to eat anything, and sweating. This problem also students are facing when they get up to attend these online classes continuously. It is very cold outside in the month of November and December. Still they feel this sweating, and this self-destructive thoughts also. Many have thought of these things, like they have cut, like while sitting at home, they simply use the knife and cutting their hands. Just they feel happy about it. And this isolation, they want to stay alone. They are not willing to talk to their parents and eating together, going out. They are not willing to do all these things. Till now, I have shared the causes of stress and what is the consequences of these stress. What are the possible diseases psychologically and physically we can see because of this stress. In the second session, I can continue with that. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can just talk to me.
Thank you so much for delivering an effective talk, ma'am.
Thank
Now
you.
the session is open for open discussion. If you have any doubts, you can ask ma'am.
The talk was very, very, very informative, ma'am. It is really, very nice. Students, you can unmute yourself and ask that anything you want to know.
Or if you are facing, being a counselor, if you are facing any issues because of this stress, that also you can send me the questions if you have any queries.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
sometimes we will not realize that we have stress. How to identify our stress?
It will come out in one or the other way. You will see through psychological outcomes or through physical outcomes. You will not, it will not let you stay silent. It will show you in one or the other way. You are stressed. Is it true or not? Have you ever think like you are under stress, or something will happen? As I gave you the list of things like sweating, continuous urination, or if you feel like using washroom again and again, or if you are getting irritated, if you are unable to talk to your friends, so many things will be happening, you will not come to know why these things are happening. What is it?
Thank you, ma'am. There is one more question. How to manage the stress?
Yeah, I'll tell you all those things in the second session. Managing, so many tools are there which can be used, but finally tools are anyway, it is very much available. I'll tell you the list of things which can be used, but it is the person, you are the person who has to use it, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How to control anger? Yeah, if it is because of how to overcome the stress, I'll tell you in the next session. And how to control anger. You have to identify that you are angry. That identifying itself will help you to come out of it. You need not to control on it or anything. You have to go deep into it. Why I'm angry? What is making me angry now? What has brought anger in me? If you identify, if you start digging within yourself, then you will come to know what is the source of your anger. Then you can sort it out. You can take the help of counselor. You can talk to your close friend. You can use some tools to come out of this this anger. Soumya, I think you can take the help. What are the signs of depression? See, for depression, normally nowadays people are commonly using depression, but actually it has got a lot of symptoms. Some people, they don't feel like taking bath, they don't feel like eating, they don't want to dress up, they want to stay alone, or they'll be continuously laughing. It is really surprising, but they will be laughing because of depression. They want to show up. So many signs are there that has to be identified by the family members or by the person himself or herself. Many signs can be seen: continuously eating or not feeling like eating, and they feel like talking to people continuously they'll be talking one or the other, they will be connecting with one or the other topics, and they continuously talking with people. The other person is interested or not, they're not worried about that. They'll be just talking and continue to talk with people. Yeah, for small things I get angry. What is that small thing? You can identify it. What is that small thing you're talking about? Like identifying itself. Sometimes many people, they don't understand that they're angry. First of all, you identify that. Then you can go ahead with what is the cause of that anger. You can utilize it properly. You can channelize your anger. I want to overcome that. Yeah, you can talk to a counselor. They will definitely help you. Without understanding what are the things which are bringing angry, which is creating angerness within you, I cannot help you. Many times, because of the helplessness, people will get angry, and because of something is not happening according to their wish, they will get angry, or many things are there. Because of stress, now I have hair fall. Yeah, it is happening. Many people have told me. So you have to work on this. So I'll explain you in the second session what are the tools can be used to overcome this stress.
I think we can continue with the second session, and at the end we can take the questions. So
Yeah, sure, definitely. Just 1 second. Do you need break or shall we start?
We'll start, ma'am.
Okay, Indu. Okay, fine. So now I'll start the second session with a story. So till now we were continuously talking about stress and so many. I'm also sitting very tightly on my chair. I'll tell you a story. There is a forest. It's late at night. An old man is trying to make his way through the forest. He's very old and weak. He is holding the tree on one hand and keeping one step ahead, and grabs another tree and keeping another step forward. Very slowly he is walking. At some point of time, he feels like he's falling down. At that time, he could see a small hut, which is just a small, with a small distance and a small light inside the hut. He pushes himself towards that hut. Somehow he manages to reach the door of the hut, but collapses at the door of the hut. There is a woman who comes running outside from the hut as he collapses. He was almost losing his breath. She takes him inside the hut and keeps his head on her lap, and she starts stroking on his head very gently. As she continues stroking his head, hours pass and night passes. He grows younger and younger as she is stroking on his head. So after some time, he is no longer an old man, but the young, handsome man lying on the lap of the woman. Still, woman will not stop. She continues stroking on his head. Now she plucks 3 hairs. Three hairs from his head, and she throws it outside. The man suddenly turns into a very small, very young boy, just 4 years old. He gets up from her lap. He laughs loudly. He jumps and runs out of the hut. So in this story, the old man represents the sun. Sun, the whole day he will be traveling from east to west. At the end of the day, he also needs rest. He needs to be rejuvenated. The woman who represents the Mother Earth, she brings solace. She brings she continuously stroking and solacing him, rejuvenating him. Sun brings life and energy to everybody on this earth, but at the end of the day, he also feels tired and he needs to be rejuvenated. He needs to be energized also. And those 3 hairs, those represents actually baggage we carry, the burden, the crap which we are carrying, the responsibility, the crap, the burden other people are putting on us. So that has to be thrown away. That has to be dumped outside. Then only we feel light. We can continue our journey with a light-heartedness, and also as a young person, we can start our daily life. This is the story which tells us like we also need rest. So let me start the presentation from this rejuvenation and also standing stillness. That is very much required to come out of this stress. Here, Bhagavad Gita says, Swadharmam api chavekshya na vikampitum arhasi dharmyadhi yuddha chreyonyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. Kshatriyasya na vidyate. What is Swadharma? We can explain it in many ways, but here we can understand it as the duty. Duty as an individual. If you are a student, then you have to focus on your studies. If you are a doctor, then taking care of the patients. And being a teacher or a helper, it is your duty to teach and also help. Nobody tells you what is your duty. You have to understand. You will understand in course of time what is your Swadharma. First thing, you need to understand what is your duty. Then understand, like if you fulfill your duty, what do you gain? If you don't complete your duty, then what happens? We are distracted by everything around us. Eventually, we are not focusing on what we want. By occupation, Arjuna is a warrior. He was a Kshatriya. So his duty is to fight for the protection of the righteousness. And Krishna calling this as Swadharma, as prescribed by duty, as a duty for everyone, not only for Arjuna. And what is the Swadharma for us? What is my duty? Like taking care of my family, working for my institution, not wasting the resources of the nature, studying and giving back to the society. And also, if I really want to focus on what I want, then I have to delete whatever is not required for me. Normally, stress will be created for focusing on what is not required for us. We will be focusing on many things at one time, not on one thing. So there is a word in Latin that is called decision. Is a Latin word. It consists of two words, de and cedere, means cut off. The meaning of this word is cut off. If you are taking a decision, like if I want to pursue in, as a musician, or if I want to do my MBBS, or if I want to enroll for PhD, then all other things, what is not required for me at this point of time, I have to cut all those things off. Then you will see, is there any stress? And many people nowadays, many people are focusing on yoga. I'm going to talk about yoga also. We all know that yoga is now acknowledged as a holistic form of exercises, and people throughout the world practice various forms of yoga. Each form has its own significance and benefits in improving a person's physical and mental well-being. It's true that yoga is not only the postures, but the way of life. In our life, we give importance to many things, like values play a very important role. As I told, yoga is not only the postures, but the way of life, how we eat, how we drink, how we walk, how we talk to people, how we are presenting ourselves when guests come to our home, what are the values we are carrying within us. That plays a very important role, and that is also a part of yoga. That we can see in Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs of yoga, Yama, Niyama. There also all these values have taught very systematically. So here are some values I have just mentioned. Self-discipline. Self-discipline is a very important part in yoga. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, self-discipline means tapas. It is the willingness to do the work and the desire to learn. Self-discipline can be applied to any activity, like being more productive at work, improving your interpersonal relationships, and following a healthy diet, learning a new hobby, or controlling your anger and emotions, etc. In yoga, self-discipline means the commitment to practice. And these are all the values like courage, freedom, self-control. Uh, there is a story in Bhagavad Gita. There was a king by name Bharata. He comes to forest to do penance, but he watches a deer, small deer, floating in the river, and he brings that small deer, calf deer, to his hut, and he starts taking care of that deer. He wanted to do the penance. He was detached from all the worldly affairs, and he gave his kingdom to his son, and he has come to forest. But he was attached to that deer so much. He was feeding the deer wherever he was going. The deer was coming with him, and at the end of his life also, he was thinking about the deer itself. Then in the next incarnation, next janma, he takes birth as a deer. So if we really want to do something, if we really want to achieve something, we should put a stop. We have to develop this self-control also. Otherwise, it takes us to so many places. As I told, and also one more thing, one more value here I have written: freedom. This many people are thinking nowadays, I don't have freedom to do whatever I want to do. It is always restricted and all. It is entirely our decision what we allow into our life. There is a story of Buddha also. He just goes to take bhiksha from one house to another. So when he was standing in front of a house, the woman comes out of the house, and she tells him, your body is so strong, you are a young person, you look healthy also, why are you asking for bhiksha? You can work, you can earn. And she blames him, and she scolds him. He just moves from that house with a smile on his face. At the end of the day, his close disciple, his close friend Anand, he asks him, you did not give anything back to that lady. She was scolding you with so many harsh words. Why did you do like that? Why that smile on your face? So that Buddha says, I was not receiving whatever she has told. If somebody gives something to you, if you don't receive it, what happens? All the things will be staying with the other person himself. If we receive, if we carry that, then only we are going to absorb those things. We are going to imbibe those things. If we just put a stop there itself, then we are not going to get affected. And also one more thing I would like to tell here as a value. People are not ready to try again and again nowadays because of the technology, this smart screens. If we touch somewhere on the screen, you will get all the information at one touch itself. So we don't try again. And also that perseverance is not there, that patience is also not there. So I would like to bring your notice to one more word. As I told about decision, this is the one more word called quintessential. Actually, it is a word. It is made out of two words, quinta and essentia, which is called as fifth distillation. In olden days, these alchemists and all, when they were extracting medicine from herbs, plants and all, they were distilling the extract. They were taking the extract from the plants. They were not using the first distillation as medicine. They were going to do it twice, thrice, 4 times, and fifth time, whatever they were extracting from the plants, whatever they were distilling from the plant, that they were using as the medicine. So we have to keep that perseverance and patience also till that fifth extract, fifth distillation comes out. So we are going to use some tools here to deal with stress or to manage stress. This is the first one. I would like to bring this to your notice. We can depend on these three things. We call it as ABC approach. Many will use this in their day-to-day life also. Awareness, A is for awareness, B is for balance, and C is for connectivity or connection. Awareness means self-care begins with stillness. That yoga teaches stillness, and also to the calmness and also the stillness. Whenever we perform, whenever we achieve a posture, the instructor will tell us to stand still, and like we call it as sthiram sukham asanam. You have to feel happy with that posture. You have to feel that sukha in that posture. That's what yoga instructors will be telling us. By quieting our busy lives and entering into a space of solitude, we can develop an awareness with this continuous busy schedule, the hassles, whatever we are facing every day. We have to find a solace and a quiet place for ourselves for some time. The continuous activity we are involved with, from that we have to take a break, and a change has to happen within ourselves. Then we will really understand what is going on in our life and what are the burdens we are carrying. That awareness will come when we are all alone, when we are at rest, or when we are quiet, when we are in a silent place, not with activity, not with people. So we should get that awareness. What are we passing through? What is that happening inside us? For that, we need to be, for that awareness, we have to be we have to go to a quiet place and get that awareness. And the next one is balance. It includes action and also mindfulness. Whatever we do, sometimes we will be watching the mobile when we eat and watching the television. Even nowadays, small kids use mobile while mothers are feeding them. And it's really many emotional and psychological and social aspects of our own being are getting affected because of this imbalance. In other words, how much time we are spending in working outside and giving time for others, and that that mindfulness is actually missing in our day-to-day life. That balance has to happen. And also connectivity. Because of this COVID situation, many people are not able to meet their closed ones. That is also bringing a lot of disconnectivity, insecurity, stress in their life. And some self-care plans has to happen. If you are unable to meet your friend, then you can video call also to see the other person and share your feelings. You can create a get together in WhatsApp itself. Nowadays the restrictions have called up, and you can meet your friends and your dear ones, but still many people have lost that connectivity. So when you are thinking about this self-care, you have to bring that awareness within yourself, that what is missing, and you should balance the mindfulness and also the actions which you are doing. And also you have to keep some time to connect with yourself, the new hobbies you can cultivate, and you can talk to your near and dear ones. You can take a break and visit a holiday place. All these things can be done. And some tools I was talking, these are all the tools you can use. As I told, yoga is one of the best remedy what we have seen. Many people say like, I don't have time to do yoga and all, but it is me time. You can take care of yourself during this yoga practice time. As I told, meeting like-minded people and friends, appreciation and gratitude. When somebody is doing something good for the society, you can, not only for the society, even at home, if your husband is doing a good job, if he is helping you, if he has done something good, you can appreciate him. Or even men can appreciate his wife or children also, if they are helping at home, if they are showing some disciplinary things, and if they are good at something. That practice, it has to be practiced always. We should not be in a scolding and blaming mode. Gratitude. Many people will not be having a shelter to hide their head. Many people are not having food for two like sets, like in a day. When we have everything, we have a house, we have education, we have friends, and some good people are there around us. We have to be grateful to them. We have to thank them. So you can create a gratitude journal also. You can meet a therapist and a counselor. You can go for traveling, trekking and hiking, and giving back to the society. You can involve with some NGOs, and you can do some service work also. You can visit old age homes, orphanages, and visit a government school and take a session for them on yoga or some personality traits. You can do service to the society. Now, I think I have a few more minutes. To come out of this stress, we can do, I'll show you some of the few face yoga things. All of you can rub your hands. Can you see me? Rub your hands continuously. Hindu. Keep it on your left cheek. And then now keep your right hand with Vayu Mudra. This is the Vayu Mudra. And from here, from the lower part of your neck, just slide it down here and then gently push your cheek till ears. Once again, here, from here, just raise your 3 fingers till here, the nose, end of the nose, and then pull till here to the ears, and then bring it back to the neck. Once again, do it. Just gently move your 3 fingers with this Vayu Mudra, and then till your eyes and bring it down. Once again here. Once again, the third time, gently move all the 3 fingers till this nose, and then gently to the ears, and then bring it back. Come to the normal position. Rub your hands once again and feel the warmth on your left cheek and also the difference on your right cheek. And then now keep your right hand on your right cheek and keep this Vayu Mudra like this, and gently push from here till the end of this nose, and then gently move towards ears and bring back your hands till your neck. Do it once again. Gently rub the cheek and then gently bring it down. One more time, gently push till the end of your nose and then towards ears, and then bring it back. Then come to the normal position. Once again, rub your hands. Now, make a fist of these 2 hands and rub your forehead very gently. From gently move from on your forehead till the end of your eyes. Gently rub, make 2 more moves. You can do it up to 15 to 20 strokes every day. Gently do this. One more thing. Now rub your hands. 1, 2, 3, and then tap on your forehead from the tip of your fingers. Gently tap on your nose and then on your cheeks, on your jawline, and then on your forehead. Gently tap. Do like this. This can also be done for 1 minute every day. If you do here also very gently, you will just the puffs which you can see below your eyes will be removed gradually, will just go off. Now the Prana Mudra. Can you see this on the screen? Just keep the Prana Mudra and put it on your lips and puff your cheek. And breathe from your nose. Do it once again. Gently breathe from your nose. And once again, put it on your lips, puff your cheeks. Gently breathe from your nose. This also can be done for 15 to 20 times every day. These are all some of the postures where you will feel very relaxed. This is the Balasana or Shashankasana child pose. You can sit on Vajrasana and bend forward. You can be on this position, start breathing. Don't close your eyes when you are doing this Balasana. Just sit on Vajrasana and then bend forward, stretch your hands, don't close your eyes, and focus, observe your breathing. This is a Shavasana, corpse pose. You can just lie down. If you want, you can listen to some music, or you can listen to the instruction of the yoga instructor, or you can self-instruct, like lying on, there are many instructions that I think I'm running short of time. That also can be done. It gives you a lot of peace, and it will help you to come out of stress also. Normally we don't suggest, we yoga practitioners, we don't suggest the exercise which is very vigorous, but sometimes when you are under stress, or when you are when you feel like I'm under depression, or the therapist has told you like you are depressed, then you can do some exercises like this. Jogging on the spot. You can stand wherever you are and start jogging. 20 to 30 steps can be done at one stretch. And then lying down and cycling. You can lie down on the yoga mat and start cycling. As we do cycling, that can be done from your leg. And also loosening exercises. Legs and hands, all those loosening exercises can be done wherever you are standing. And breathing exercises also can be done. That gives lots of relaxation. Thank you. If you have any questions.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how to deal with negative people in the life?
Negative people?
In the life.
So you have negative people around you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, that's what I want to discuss, or I want to tell. We cannot take decisions on behalf of anybody, or we cannot change the other person. Only I can change myself. If negative people are around you, you have to understand how to deal with them. What do you want to do? Can you make them positive at one stretch? Do you want to change the other person? Is it possible?
No, ma'am.
So, yeah, that's what. We can think about ourselves, what I can do. If those people are affecting my life, then how can I take care of myself? Here it comes, the self-care. What are the things I can do? If it is bothering me, if it is affecting me, then how can I take care of myself? How can I distance them? How can I create the boundaries around me? That can be done, but we cannot change the other person. I think I have answered your question.
Yeah, here I just wonderful session, Dr. Padmashri. Here I want to share one small incident. I heard a pravachana in one TV channel long time back, but still I remember. He says that uh, expectation is a word which really bothers. And this is a single word, though you expect from others, or you want to live for the others' expectations. Both the things will cause a lot of stress.
Exactly.
And he
True.
says Krishna Bhagavan is the first person who failed in changing the people. When he went to Duryodhana and he tried to convince him that just give them 5 villages.
Correct.
So that the entire Kurukshetra would have stopped if
Correct.
he could have changed Duryodhana. When Krishna Paramatma himself could not able to change the negative thoughts of a person. And see, as we think to change other person, we will be getting into more and more depression or other things. And I always suggest to students, if you want to be successful, don't think to spoil others. You work more than them. If they're working for 1 hour, you work for 2 hours.
True.
You work more than them, and you try to prove yourself more than the other person. That will definitely make you feel very, very happy and comfortable. When you try to convince others, when you try to change others, whether you try to spoil others, that's the end of the story. Okay, you can carry on.
Exactly. May I know your name?
Ada.
Ma'am, she is our principal, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Very nice, ma'am. It's really true. So, if we feel like some other person is not helping me, or if he is creating some havoc in my life, then that we have to create a boundary. We should not allow, as I told the example of Buddha, we should not be like a soft mud wall. If anybody throws a ball, it should like stuck in the wall. It should not happen like that. It should go back. The ball should go back. We have to create a boundary around us so that the negative people should not approach us.
Yeah. But it
Thank
is
you,
very difficult for them in this age.
It's true, but that has to be practiced.
It happens with practice. Even for us, you try to live with them. We are forced to. Many times we are forced to. We have to
We
live
should
to
learn lessons. We should not allow people to enter into our life and do whatever they want to do. We should plan accordingly. What is that I want to do in my life? What is my plan? How do I go further in my life? Accordingly, we have to plan and do it very wisely. If I'm stuck somewhere, I should not hesitate to seek help from others. Like counselors will be there, teachers will be there, friends will help sometimes, and some good books, and also, as you told, some pravachanas also would help.
Okay, questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Dear students, if anybody wants to really approach her, you can approach her. And we are going to have counseling sessions frequently in college also. If you are interested, we can organize. If you don't want to share, dear students, on the public platform, if you want to separately meet counselor, you can just put a word to your mentor, or you can tell to your class teacher, or you can directly approach me. You can come to me and you can ask for help. All of us have passed this phase, And you have to understand one thing. Mind is also like any other organ in your body. Don't feel shy. That will also have some ill health, right? Like how our eyes have problem and you wear spectacles, and our ears will sometimes pain. You use some medication. Like that, brain will also have certain problems. Mind will also have certain ill health problems. We need not feel shy. We have to get out of it. And many times there is a very thin line between psychological problem and psychiatric problem. So you need to understand the thin line. If you neglect psychological problem, it will get into psychiatric problem, and maybe you may have to depend on the medication. If you can identify your problem at the very young age, at the very in the bud, you can nip it off. Psychological problem can be dealt by counselors themselves, or sometimes introspection by yourself, and your friends may help you, your parents may help you, your teachers may help you. Only thing is you need to identify who is your guide in this particular thing. You have to identify and try to come out of that. It is a really great session, madam. Our students would have got help with this session, and this is only a beginning. And we have to thank state government and central government, where with a lot of thought it has been included in the curriculum itself. Whatever we have designed in this health and wellness is as per the NUP curriculum. It is all the sessions are being designed as per the NUP curriculum, and they have 2 credit course for health and wellness, which includes nutrition, nutraceuticals, health and wellness, exercises, yoga, and dealing with the stress. And this is the, I think, right place they have placed it. It is in the first semester itself, in the first year of UG, where they are having a transformation from one phase to other phase. Especially this particular batch, who had a tremendous task dealing with during the formative age, during the changing period, transformation period. They suffered and they sat at home, and there was no peer learning. There were no experiences in that time. Suddenly they are exposed to some other new world when they join into PG. So this session would have greatly helped them. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And somebody is putting here how to stay calm, ma'am. So once again, you can meet your counselors. If you really want to stay calm, then you have to work on that. Suddenly, anybody cannot become very quiet. It needs a lot of practice, and you have to work on that if you really want to calm yourself. One is yoga and meditation, and another one is what is triggering you to become angry or to become anxious. So at that point of time, you have to give some cues to yourself. If somebody is provoking me, if somebody is making me anxious, then at that point of time, what I need to do? I can be quiet. I can just go away from that place. I can just tell him, I'll talk to you later. So this is not the right time to discuss. I'll come later. I'm not in a position to discuss. I'm not the right person to answer you. You can keep some ready sentences with you, so that the other person will not continue like harming you or provoking you. You have to work on all these things. Keep yourself prepared and use that whenever it is required. Gradually, you will develop that calmness. And also, it's not always good to keep yourself calm. Sometimes you have to show your anger also. Otherwise, people will take disadvantage. So it's not like always we have to be like this. We have to be like that. Everything should be there. It's like a plate of meal. Pickles also should be there. Kheer also should be there. Everything is very important in life. Otherwise, it will be very dull. So you should know how to use it. That's all. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, some of the participants are asking your mail ID or your further details to contact them.
Yeah,
yes, ma'am. You can put it in chat box, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. On behalf of our college, I thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and delivering an effective talk, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks for
Yes.
this opportunity. Thank you, Anuradha, ma'am, and thanks to Padmashri Institute of Life Sciences. This is a really, I really enjoyed talking to you people. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I have posted my mail ID. If anybody wants to approach me, they can send me a mail. Thank
Ma'am,
you.
you have not received anything here in the chat box. You have typed, ma'am.
Okay, 1 second. It has
Yeah,
gone to Soumya, I believe. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll
To
make it as
everyone,
everyone. Yeah, 1
Yes,
second.
to everyone, if you post, then it will be visible to us also, ma'am.
Yeah. Has it come?
Let me see, ma'am.
KS
KS
Padmashri?
Padmashri. Yes, ma'am, it has come.
Yeah. That
And
is
your
the mail.
mobile number also someone is asking.
Yeah.
So if you can, if you want to share.
Yeah,
you
sure,
can share.
sure.
Yes, ma'am.
This is my mobile number.
Yes, ma'am. It has come. Thank you for sharing your
Thanks to
details,
everyone.
ma'am.
I wish all the students very best.
Yes,
And you have got a very good environment, and also government has created this curriculum to help you people in the beginning itself to know your mental health, and your institution is also organizing such talks and also such webinars, so you can take all the benefits out of it. So thank you. Bye.
Yes. I also thank all the participants who actively participated and made this session successful. Let me remind you about tomorrow's classes. Tomorrow we have 2 sessions. Morning at 7 a.m. we have a session by Dr. Shashidhara A. Kelleru, sir. He'll be delivering his talk on best practices for maintaining health.
Nutana, that will be a practical session, so students can be with a comfortable cloth and they can try the practical.
Yes, ma'am. It will be practicals, so you can get benefited with this practicals participants. And later at 11 a.m., 11 o'clock, we have one more session by Dr. Rajesh, sir. He'll be talking on role of exercises in health and wellness. This also will be a practical session. So do please attend the sessions.
Actually, these practicals are also being given as per the curriculum. Because
Okay.
they are practicals, it has been scheduled at 7 o'clock, and there is a gap which is being given till 11 o'clock, because whenever you eat, before 2 hours before your exercises, you should not have taken anything. That is the reason why it has been kept. Please do come with your comfortable dress, and then you can work it on for tomorrow. Thank you, and we can wind off the sessions, Nutana. And
Yes, ma'am. Someone is asking feedback link, ma'am. I'm just waiting for
It's
it,
already
ma'am.
posted.
Someone is asking again, ma'am.
Yeah,
Medha.
post it.
Yeah, please send them again, ma'am.
Yeah, send it.
Okay. It has not come in the chat box. To everyone, you please make it, ma'am.
It has come just now. It is.
Nothing has come, ma'am.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. After sharing the link, then we can end the meeting, ma'am. Thank you, one and all, once again. Good night. Yes, ma'am, it has come, ma'am. Dear participants, we have shared the feedback link again, so give us your feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Good night, ma'am. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Good night. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. At 7 o'clock.
Yeah. I'll be ending the meeting. Hopefully everyone has given their feedback.
7 a.m. morning.
7 a.m. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.